Day 21. Forgiveness without pressure. I'm Avery, and welcome to Daily Grace. This season, we are walking through a series called Trust, a steady return to God. Take a quiet moment wherever you are. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breathing slow. There is no need to hurry in this moment. Sometimes the heart carries things it has not fully said yet. Disappointments, old wounds, words that stayed longer than they should have. And often, somewhere inside those memories, the word forgiveness appears. Not loudly, not clearly, just a quiet thought that rises from time to time. For many people, forgiveness feels complicated. It can feel heavy. It can feel rushed by the expectations of others. Some people are told that forgiveness should happen quickly, that if you truly trust God, you should simply move forward. But the heart rarely moves that way. Forgiveness often unfolds slowly, very slowly. Sometimes forgiveness is not a sudden decision. Sometimes it is a long, quiet process inside the soul. Trust grows in the same slow way. Trust with God, trust with others, trust within your own heart again. These things rarely happen in a single moment, they unfold in layers. And God understands this. Scripture reminds us of the gentle nature of God's heart. In Psalm 103, we read, "The Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love." Notice the words slow, compassionate, gracious. God does not rush the human heart. He understands the depth of what we carry, and He meets us where we are with patience. Forgiveness often begins not with a finished feeling, but with honesty. Sometimes the first step is simply acknowledging what happened, acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the loss, without pretending it was smaller than it truly was. Trust grows stronger when truth is allowed to exist, and forgiveness grows stronger when honesty is allowed to breathe. There was a time in my own life when forgiveness felt impossible. Someone had said something that stayed with me for a long time. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a sentence that settled quietly in my memory. Every time I thought about that person, the same tension returned, the same tight feeling in my chest. And for a long time, I believed forgiveness meant that feeling should disappear. But it didn't. Weeks passed, then months, and one day I noticed something. The memory was still there, but it did not feel as sharp. It was softer, not gone, just softer. And I realized something in that moment. Forgiveness had already begun quietly, not in a dramatic decision, not in a moment of emotional release, but slowly, gently, almost unnoticed. God had been working beneath the surface of my heart, not forcing it, not rushing it, just slowly loosening the hold of that memory. Forgiveness sometimes works that way. Quiet, gradual, almost invisible at first. And that is okay. Trust does not grow by forcing the heart into places it is not ready to go. Trust grows when the heart feels safe enough to move honestly. God is patient with our healing, patient with our questions, patient with the slow pace of our growth. He knows that forgiveness is not the same as pretending nothing happened, and it is not the same as allowing hurt to repeat itself. Forgiveness is often something deeper. It is the quiet release of what we no longer want to carry forever. But that release rarely happens in a single step. Sometimes it begins with simply being willing to let God hold the pain with us. Nothing more, nothing less. Today, you may still feel the weight of something someone did or said. That is real, and God sees it. And He does not ask you to pretend it is easy. He simply stays with you in the middle of it. The healing of the heart often happens beneath the surface, just like trust, just like growth. Quiet, steady, unrushed. If forgiveness has not fully formed in your heart yet, that does not mean you are failing. It may simply mean the process is still unfolding. God works patiently in hidden places, and the heart often heals one small layer at a time. So today, simply notice what is present within you. Notice the places that still feel tender. Notice the places that may already feel a little lighter than they once did. You do not need to push the process forward. You do not need to arrive anywhere today. Trust can exist even while forgiveness is still forming. God remains steady. His presence does not leave the slow work of the heart. And sometimes the quietest healing is the most lasting. You are allowed to move gently through this journey, and God walks beside you through every step of it, slowly, patiently, faithfully. May you move through this day gently. May you remember that trust does not have to rush. God is steady, and you are still being held. Until next time, this is Avery.